Hey guys, this is Dave with Ford First Media, and in this video, I just want to briefly go over how you can do some competitor research to see what your competitors are currently running on Facebook. So to do this, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Google. You're going to type in ad library meta. You're going to scroll past all these sponsored results of these other platforms, basically trying to get you to come and spend money with them. We're going to click this ad library button here and go to the ad library over on Facebook. So this is a really cool thing that Facebook does. And the reason that they have this is because different privacy laws and things like that, they need to be transparent about who's running ads, what kind of ads are they running, and then where's the database so that you can actually see the legitimacy of those ads. There's other reasons, legal reasons, but that's a good enough explanation here. So what you'll want to do is go to search ads, set your location, choose an ad category to start your search. You can view search tips, but what we do is we just look in the United States because that's where most of our competitors or our home service clients, competitors are. We will click on all ads. We don't want to do issues, housing, employment, or financial products and services. However, if you're having issues with struggling and there's local competitors in your market who are seem to be doing really good with hiring, you could search employment ads to see if they're running anything over on Meta. So what we'll do here, you can see some recent searches here. I've got Zoom Drain, Ocean County. I've also got Stanley Steemer. These are some good ones. Okay, so these guys have got the advertising and things figured out. Okay, so a lot of their competitors, a lot of the mom and pops or the solo ops, even some larger businesses, it's difficult for them to compete with these big franchises. So Zoom Drain is obviously a franchise for plumbing and drains. Stanley Steamer is obviously a. Sorry, I'm getting a call. So Stanley Steemer is a big franchise for carpet cleaning as well as some other cleaning and air ducts. So what you can do is you can come over here and you click on Zoom Drain. So we want to see what ad Zoom Drain's running. So it looks like Ocean County specifically is not running ads right now. So what we can do is we can just search Zoom Drain in general. So you can do this with, if you have a local competitor you think they're running ads on Facebook, just search their name here. If you can find their page, that's a plus. If you can't, just use the brand name. You're going to get some things that are irrelevant if you're using just a brand name and you're not choosing a page specifically. But you can see here, if you look at this, look at this. So a lot of people, they go to Yelp and they're like, hey, Yelp, I want you to get me leads. And Yelp is like, of course. And most of Yelp's strategy is actually an SEO or an organic strategy where they try to get organic customers to come in. I've also seen Yelp run Google ads and I've also seen them run Facebook ads. So think about that when you're thinking about what kind of a system should I be, building out for marketing and advertising for my business? A lot of people might think of Yelp originally, but if you think about it, if Yelp is running the same ads, Facebook and Google search ads, you might as well just run Facebook and Google search ads and not pay a premium on that amount. Instead, you just get your cost per lead. You don't have to get your cost per lead plus a premium that they want to make as profit and income for their company. So you can cut the middleman out completely, just run the Facebook and the Google ads yourself. You don't have to go through this third party. Same thing with Thumbtack. I'm sure that we will probably more than likely discover a Thumbtack ad when we're searching for this. So we saw the first one, saw that one's for hydrojetting. Here we are. So we start getting into Zoom Drain Riverside. So this is an ad over here. So they've got a video ad that's really good to keep in mind. Your drain and sewer experts. So you can see this is the exact ad they're running. You can see it's been running since the 11th. And let's keep going. There's going to be more. Okay, so we can see this one. This has been running since the first. You can see that they're running this at multiple locations. So they've got the Zoom Drain, Las Vegas, and then they're also running this on their main page, and they're running it in Central Dallas. So what that tells me right there, as this is a franchise, the number one thing to be looking for is that they're running these ads in multiple locations. What that means is, hey, guys, we know that this ad prints money for our main franchise location. So now we're going to give this creative to you, and it should do the same exact thing in your market. So these are the ones you really want to pay attention to. So let's take a look at. Literally says clog drain, contact Zoom Drain, and get your drains flowing today. Very simple, dead simple 6-second video, but I bet you that that this video is printing money. Now, if you notice, there's this orientation where it is long, and then I'm sure that they have another. Yep, so this is another variation, and we'll keep going right there. So here's the mobile drain, context drain, and get your drains unclogged today, or whatever that little saying is. Another thing that if you notice, there are let's see. So see, that was more of an informational kind of video where they kind of show a little bit of more information about themselves as a company and how they can serve you well. That is meant to build trust. If you notice, Zoom Drain does these more educational, informational ones, as well as direct CTAs. So a lot of the times they will have educational content. So usually what you would do is you will make a retargeting list towards all of your website visitors as well as people that have interacted with your ads or your page or your content on Facebook. So you'll want to make an audience for both that website traffic as well as that interaction happening over on Facebook. You'll basically combine those audiences into a lookalike audience inside of the Meta Ads Manager. And then once you've done that, you can run three types of ads. You can run direct CTA, which is this clog drain, call Zoom drain. And then you can run the informational kind of videos where it's like building trust. Maybe it's informational and testimonial type style. Like, this is our company. This is what we do. This is what people are saying about us. And then you can have that third ad where it's more of an educational kind of an ad where it's like, hey, we do this, and this is how that specific thing works. If you have experienced X, Y, and Z, then you might be having this issue. So it's more educational. It's educating people about a problem that a lot of homeowners don't actually know. So a lot of homeowners, when their drains start getting slow or this, that, or the other, a lot of them will go to the store and they'll buy a little snake. They'll go to the store, they'll buy some chemicals, different things like that. Well, a lot of these guys in the drain cleaning business are like, hey, by the way, guys, those chemicals aren't good. They can actually break down your pipes over time. But very few plumbers are actually going out of their way to make that 20, 30-second, just quick selfie phone video where they're like, hey, go to the dollar store, buy four of the products. Hey, have you used this, or this? If you have, it could be breaking down your pipes. Instead of this, the right way to do it is to call us. We'll come out with our professional drain cleaning equipment. We will go and we will scope out the drain with our camera, see where the blocking and the buildups are, and we can either completely clean that blockage or we might even need to repair the line with some trenchless repair. You can be the person in your local market who's educating all these different homeowners, especially the new ones, as well as some older ones who have been stuck in their ways and they're just using their little snake and they have to do this every week and it's just become part of their life. You can be the person who's educating them that, hey, there's a better way. Instead of investing in these drain cleaners that you end up spending, $600 a year on, call us out for, 400. We can get that drain completely cleared for you. So make sure that when you're running these meta ads, you keep this stuff in mind. You want the direct CTA, you want to have your educational content, and then you also want to have the information about you and your company as well as your testimonials. So if you're ever wondering what your competitors are doing, come over here to the meta ads library and figure it out for yourself. And then you can get the edge above your competition because you already know what they're running and you can see very clearly what's working. This ad started in October. They're still running it in November. That means it's working. They're using it across multiple locations. That means it's working. So replicate a similar ad for your own company, test it out, and see what happens.